Director at Habitat for Humanity York County. And I think home dedications are our best days to have, so I'm so glad you could all be here today. And I think this is actually our first winter dedication in the 7 years that I've been here. So we'll try to move things along. We have coffee over there if anybody wants some coffee to keep warm. But in thinking about having a winter dedication for the first time, I think it's a really nice opportunity to reflect on the warmth of our Habitat homes, which I appreciated yesterday as we came over here and we're just checking it out, getting ready to start, and noticing how warm it was inside. And the warmth that this home has is really thanks to all of you, literally and figuratively. So I would just like to take a couple moments to appreciate and acknowledge everyone who helped make this possible today. First, thank you so much to Dave Doubleday for his enormous, warm, kind heart for donating this property to Habitat for Humanity. Without you, we wouldn't be here today, and we wouldn't have two beautiful homes and two beautiful families on this property, so thank you. Thank you to our volunteers. First, to our build volunteers, who, as I said, were literally responsible for the warmth in this home. Some of whom you might have seen on Facebook insulating the crawl space, which was not a fun job, but they were innovative and had some great inventions to make it easier. Thank you to our Restore volunteers. Their work in the Restore, on the truck, processing donations, helping customers on the sales floor, all of those proceeds come back to support Habitat's mission, so thank you. We also have committees and our board of directors that work behind the scenes who are also just critical to our work. Thank you all. Thank you to our sponsors and donors who I'd like to acknowledge. They're in your program, but I'd like to read their names as well. Dave Doubleday, Betsy Stevens, the Corning Foundation, KW Architects. Christy Kenny is also on our board of directors. She designed these homes, she designs our homes and puts in a lot of time and effort and donations of her skill to our work. South Congregational Church, Acme Waterproofing Company, Bruce Donak, Jim Godbout Plumbing and Heating, the Portside Foundation, the Town of Kennebunkport, the Virginia Hodgkin Summers Foundation, People's United Community Foundation, the Joseph and Anna C. Diaz Foundation, the Bank of America Charitable Foundation, Kennebunk Savings Bank, Saco Biddeford Savings, Wells Fargo, the Stephen King Foundation, and the Webb Hannett Charitable Foundation. We did something special on this build too. We had a Women Build initiative where for a donation, a team of women could come and have a build day to really kind of celebrate women on the work site, women homeowners. It was an inclusive, not exclusive opportunity. But the businesses that participated in that were Coldwell Banker, the Kennebunk Resort Collection, Saltwater Home, Gray Bar Electric, and the Nonantum Resort. So thank you to all of those folks as well. Thank you to all of our homeowner partners whose mortgage payments and mortgage proceeds are recycled to create more homes. This program does not work without their partnership, so thank you. Thank you to our staff. I think Habitat for Humanity York County has the best team with the smartest, hardest working, and most passionate folks. So it is a privilege to work with you, and thank you for all you do. Thank you to our community, to the Kennebunkport community and town for making a commitment to create workforce housing. So thank you for creating the warmth in this home and the 32 other Habitat for Humanity homes in York County. We're here today because of all of you. And I skipped a paragraph that I want to come back to. In acknowledging our donors, I also want to acknowledge our contractor partners and suppliers, Eldridge Lumber, George Burr, Jim Godbout, American Homes, Goris Electric. Their workmanship and their ability to work within Habitat's budget and their generous in-kind support have been critical to this project and many of our Habitat homes. So we're grateful for their support and skill as well. So Brooke, Amariah, and Adeline, I hope you'll always feel the warmth in these walls from this incredible community who helped create it. I know that as you live in your home, you'll be an important part of passing on this warmth to future Habitat home buyers. And thank you for being a partner in our work. So now I'd like to introduce John Ware. He's our board president, to share a few remarks.
Thank you, Amy. Well, how do I top that? I'll be brief, I promise. Good afternoon. This home is the truest definition of community effort. All play a part. The donors, our staff, every committee, supported by our volunteers both in the build and restore, and all play an important role, as Amy pointed out. Those of you who haven't volunteered, as we can always use more participants on our committees. The need for affordable housing continues to increase, and we're planning to grow our annual home building to double in the next 3 to 5 years. For example, we own 3 properties in Sanford, and we hope to build 5 homes there. The first will be on Normand Avenue, which will be a modular beginning in May. The application cycle is open now for this home, so if you know of anyone that's interested and could qualify, please send them our way. In other exciting news, our new facility, which is a building on York Road, Route 1, the larger restore space to support our mission and work. We purchased that building in December, and we hope to move in no later than May. It'll have a larger restore space to support our mission and work, and be better space for our administrative and meeting space to serve our Habitat families and future homeowners. My sincere thanks to everyone involved in this build. None of this would be possible without the incredible support of our volunteers, donor, and community partners, and we look forward to growing our capacity to create safe and affordable housing with them. Thank you very much. And next on our program is John Roberts, our construction manager.
I don't know how many times you can say thank you, but I have to say thank you to all the volunteers that helped on the build site. I'll start with Felicia, and Pop, Harvey, Gary, Greg, Deborah, Edward, Tom, Bob, Alicia. Amy said that insulating the crawl space was a pretty bad job, but Alicia loves it. Eric, Henry, James, Jake, Mark, Peter, Brooke, Tony, Stephen, and Jake. And without these people, we couldn't be here today. So thank you very much.
Add how grateful we are for John, because we welcome volunteers of any skill level on our build site, and he's great at finding a job for everybody and teaching them. So thank you, John. And is Daisy here?
Yes.
I'd like to invite up Daisy Parker on behalf of Pastor Chico to share a house blessing.
Oh, what a glorious day. Hebrews 3:4 says, "For every house is built by someone, but God is the builder of everything." Every house must have a builder, but God is the master builder. With this acknowledgement, it is important to recognize God's continued faithfulness towards mankind. God is the creator of all things, and as soon as we acknowledge his sovereignty and power, we will realize that we are just stewards of all that is his here on this earth. God is our source of strength and all the resources that we utilize in building our homes, but gain through the consistency of his daily provisions, which he continues to outpour on us. Some who are here today can even testify of how God led them in this house project, so that they can now be grateful for its successful completion. Dedicating a house is a tangible reminder that God is present. Therefore, all activities, entertainment, and conversations within the house should honor him. In dedicating this house, we are inviting God to use this home in any way he chooses and commit ourselves to protecting it from evil influence. Because we place our trust and confidence in God, we can be guaranteed that the abiding peace of God will be with us even as we sleep. David had the assurance from God that he is always with him, so as a result, he can sleep comfortably in his bed. In peace, I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety, says Psalms 4:8. God knows the plans that he has for all of us. He also knows that all the plans of the enemy, and as a result, he wants us to dedicate our dwelling place to him, so he can cover us with his shield of protection. Therefore, today, we dedicate everything in and around this house to the Lord Jesus and claim that it is under his rule, protection, and blessing. All the land, every room, and everything within, and I should say the family within, the entire structure and infrastructure. Dear Heavenly Father, please bless this home. Bless Beth and the girls, and may your love, light, and life reside here forever.
Now I'd like to invite up Don Bellini. Don is a member of our Family Support Committee, and some of you may not know, every time a family is selected for home ownership, they're partnered with an advocate who works with them throughout the process to answer questions, to offer support, and really help them through the process. So Don?
Good afternoon. My name is Don Bellini. It's been a pleasure and an honor to be the family advocate for Brooke during the building process for her new home. Throughout the experience, I found Brooke, her daughters, her immediate and extended family, and her friends to be the best partners that Habitat could have. Now, here's the best part of my introduction to Beth and her family, and that is, you're not going to hear any more from me. You'll hear it all from Brooke. She will tell you about herself, her family, how they came to partner with Habitat for Humanity on this house, and how she's going to. Brooke, what would you like people to know about your background?
Hi, I'm Brooke. My oldest daughter, Amariah. My youngest daughter, Addie. I was born and raised in southern Maine, and I've always wanted to be close to the ocean. But I thought someday when I could afford a home, it would surely be far away from the ocean. That's all I'd be able to afford. Little did I know, God had a different plan. We've been living in our apartment in Biddeford for almost 8 years. Then about 6 years ago, I was left a single mom, 9 months pregnant, no job, no money. And I decided to stay in that apartment we were in because it was all I could afford. And I wanted to provide the most stable life possible for my girls.
What prompted you to apply for Habitat Home?
Well, I really didn't have any prior knowledge to Habitat before applying. I thought Habitat for Humanity focused mostly on other countries, which I learned was far from the truth. And it was about a year ago, I was sitting on my couch venting to my sister Lily about how I needed to get out of this apartment. I felt stuck because I couldn't afford a house, but I also couldn't afford my rising rent. I was doing everything I could to make more money. I went back to school to finish my bachelor's degree in teaching. After that, I started full-time subbing, and I would deliver with DoorDash to make ends meet. I knew something needed to change, but I didn't know what. That same day, I'm scrolling Facebook, and I see a sponsored ad by Habitat for Humanity, York County. It said, now accepting applications for our second Cape Porpoise home. I clicked on it, and reading through the information, I realized, wow, I actually qualify. I immediately emailed them and started the process of applying. During those few months of the application process, I remember thinking to myself, I've never wanted anything so badly in my entire life. You ever had those prayers where you just ask God, please, just this one thing? That was me with this house. We prayed together as a family for many nights. This home would be an absolute dream come true and an answered prayer. And then one day at the end of June, Beth asked if I was home and if she could stop by. I said, yes, of course. And she came and she cut right to the chase and she said, how would you like to live in Cape Porpoise? And I asked if she was serious, just to make sure. And then all the feelings hit. But most importantly, thank you, God, and thank you, Habitat.
I know, Brooke, that during the build, you and girls were quite involved. Any stories you want to tell anybody?
The building process has been my absolute favorite thing about partnering with Habitat. I found such great pride and joy in being able to work on my own home. I loved meeting every single volunteer and learning what brought them to work with Habitat. These people really are the best volunteers I've seen. One day, during the framing process, the girls and I decided to come by and we'd write little messages on the framing in each of our bedrooms. My oldest daughter, Amariah, she'd like to share what she wrote.
Dear home, I hope we have a happy life at KCS school and at our new home in Cape Porpoise. So far, I love my new room and I love my new life and I love my new neighbors. We have fun with them. We play a lot together. Thank you, Habitat for Humanity, and all the workers and volunteers. Love, Mariah. I just really want to thank Habitat for helping us and for everything.
Brooke, how will this change your family?
This home provides a fresh start for my family that my family longs for. It gives us a place to create memories, not overshadowed by my past. It gives us the stability of an affordable home, and it even goes beyond that to be located in a beautiful area where I'm just a walk away from the ocean. This is more than what I could have hoped for.
I know that one of the things you're planning on doing is being very involved in the community. What are your plans for that?
So I'd love to meet other families in the community, which we've already been doing through the local school. The girls were able to start at Consolidated at the beginning of the year, which has been amazing because that's one less transition for them. And so we look forward to continue meeting new people in the community. I'd love to learn about the history of Cape Porpoise and maybe someday take a ride on a lobster boat.
Final question, we promise. Who are the people you'd like to thank today?
I'm gonna let Addie go first, and then I'm gonna say my thank you.
I thank Habitat for doing all of this for us.
I'd like to thank the whole team at Habitat for Humanity York County. It was really eye-opening seeing the way everyone works together to support their affordable housing mission. Everyone has their job, and it all comes together in the end for one mission, and that's amazing. It reminds me of when the Bible talks about the body and not being made up of one part, but of many parts, and how each has their own job, but they all work together. And that's exactly how the body of Habitat for Humanity York County works. I'd like to thank everyone on the board of directors and all the committees. I'm forever grateful that you chose our family to purchase this home. Thank you to John, who's the perfect man for the job. Your level of patience and dedication during the build process always amazed me. Thank you to Amy, who's so helpful figuring out the business side of things. Your hard work does not go unnoticed. And thank you to Dawn for being my family advocate. You kept me informed and made me feel like I could ask anything, anytime. I'm also happy to consider you a neighbor now. Thank you to every single volunteer, both at the build site and the restore. I truly love getting to know each one of you. Thank you to my own family and friends. I'm very blessed to have a support system where I have people that are there to help me physically, emotionally, financially, whatever it may be, and in prayer. And last but not least, thank you to David Doubleday for giving Habitat this land to build on. You made my dreams come true. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Reverend Susan Townsley up to present a Bible to the family. Habitat for Humanity is a non-denominational Christian organization, so it's our tradition to present a Bible at every home dedication.
Well, I'm sure for many of us, today is a day to keep in mind an amazing citizen, Jimmy Carter, who has made Habitat one of his charities for many, many years, and we should keep him and his family in prayer as they face their final days, as he faces his final days on earth. Just like Amariah, you wrote on the house a blessing. This book is full of blessings that people have written because of what they have experienced of God's love, or even sometimes what they've experienced about God when God seems far away. It's full of stories. It's full of lists of grandfathers and great-grandfathers and grandmothers. It's got some poetry in here. It's got laws and rules in here. It's got amazing stories of Jesus teaching and Jesus offering miracles to people, encouraging people. Even with all that, it's not an easy book, and it's not one you should try to read from beginning to end. But it is one that has stories that if you all share them together, they will be part of your life, and they'll be written on your heart just the way you wrote on your house. So I am so honored to present to you this Bible and hope that it will be part of making this place a true home for you, that it will be a blessing, that its stories will be your stories, and that your stories of your home here will bless other people in this community as well.
And now I'd like to invite Dave Doubleday to come up and present the family with their keys. And just one more time, Dave, thank you so much for making these homes possible.
Why don't you guys come over a little closer, because I've got some keys to pass off to Mom, okay? Which is really awesome. I'm so happy to be able to do this and to share your joy in a dream that I've had for a long time, and it's coming true today. Thank you so much.